You're still watching the game. They are just in their collegiate careers, yet they are already proving to be solid as ever in the net. Let's talk about the top 5 blockers in the UAAP Season 85 Women's Volleyball Tournament. We still have with us volleyball analyst Ayel Estrañero. And disclaimer muna, this is not the official list from the UAAP. This is Ayel's list, so very subjective to. But unahin na natin, what is your criteria of, picking top blockers in the UAAP?
Well, the role of a middle blocker definitely is to be able to man the defense. So it's getting kill blocks, but at the same time being in a position wherein they also get touches that allows their teammates, their team to actually get a chance ball to be able to convert. And at the same time, we expect middle blockers a lot of times to just be good in blocking. But in my criteria, I would want also middle blockers to be a threat in the middle in terms of attacking.
That's right. And again, magre-wrap up pa lang ang first round. So, a lot of things can still happen. But so far, here are your 5 names. And let's start off home court muna tayo. Nina Itang of UP.
Nina Itang, for me, her role is not just actually a middle blocker. She's the energy of the team. She's very intense. And I think that's what UP needs right now, that kind of intensity and that emotional leader inside the court. But Nina Itang also contributes a lot in blocking. Her timing is always perfect. She reads the setter, the offense of the opponent really well. And at the same time, she's also a threat in the middle. She converts a lot of points. She was actually the POG in their first win this season.
Yeah, she had 20 points all in all, 12 attacks, 7 blocks, and 1 ace. You're a former Maroon. Who do you see in Nina Itang na parang feeling mo ito yung second coming nitong former player ng Maroons?
I believe in terms of intensity, it's really Cathy Bersola. No one is as intense as Cathy Bersola. And she's not just good in blocking, she's also a threat in the offense part, and she has the height and the extension to be a good middle blocker.
I love it. I love the shout-out to Cathy Bersola. Okay, so let's go from Diliman to Taft. Let's talk about Thea Gagate. What have you seen from her that na-recognize mo siya dito?
Thea Gagate has the biggest advantage because she has the height, which cannot be taught, and she has the skill that complements well with her height. So at most times when you're a middle blocker, you have to position yourself kung saan ka magbablock. Like, you position it in the net. But Thea Gagate, she has a lot of angles to cover. Exactly, because of her height, because of her extension, because of her long arm. So kahit nakatayo siya in a certain position, she can cover different angles. And that's the biggest advantage for, not just for her as an individual player, but for her team, because she doesn't just cover a certain area of the net, but she covers also a certain area of the floor defense. And that's making the floor defense having an easier time in terms of defense.
I wanted to ask, how has she grown over time? Because, medyo household name na rin tong Thea Gagate in terms of like blocking, and especially from the school with the best blocking abilities in LaSalle. So far, what changes have you seen in Thea over time?
Thea Gagate is not the typical middle blocker from LaSalle, right? You would see the swag. Thea Gagate is very simple. She's not like the other blockers from LaSalle. But I think that's what she's learning right now.
Right.
She's trying to own her own swag in playing, and she's very more confident in her offense. But in blocking, she's been excellent. But now her offense has been more a threat. More than ever.
Parang na-imagine ko kasi yung LaSalle middle blockers dati talaga in your face eh. Pag nasupalpal kita, I will let you know about it. Alright, so let's move on over to Adamson. Risa Cruz is part of your list. Obviously, they're off to a great start. They're number 2 right now. How big of a role does Risa Cruz have?
Well, Adamson is second in blocking as a team, so definitely a big role there is played by Risa Cruz, who is number 4 overall in the individual stats in blocking for the players. So I think she has really did a good job in terms of manning the net defense. But for me, I chose her because I'm very amazed by how her connection with Louis Romero has progressed. They have been teammates since high school, up until here in the senior level, the collegiate level. And I would say na parang na perfect na talaga nila yung running attack niya, yung be quick niya, and that makes her a very efficient attacker at the same time. And for her to be that efficient, she's becoming a threat in the middle as well. So it's allowing other teammates to have a comfortable spot in terms of attacking.
Okay, let's jump into the other ladies in blue. Ateneo, you got AC Minor.
AC Minor, I think, Ateneo has been struggling to find consistency. But AC Minor has stayed consistent for the team. From their first game up to their last game against UST, in their previous game, she has stayed consistent in terms of blocking and attacking as well. So I think she has been that spark plug that they badly need and badly needed in their previous games and badly need to continue that consistency in their next games.
AC Minor, obviously, they're now 1-4. So, sabi mo nga, naghanap sila ng consistency. We'll see if they can step it up come the next games. And lastly in your list is Erin Pangilinan from NU, defending champs.
Yes.
What do you see from her?
I'm very surprised about Erin Pangilinan because she was an opposite attacker in the previous season and she has played well in that position. But now transferring to this role, I feel like she has embraced it also and she has just performed excellent as a middle blocker in terms of attacking and net defense as well. So switching roles in a different season, it's quite difficult, but she's doing well so far.
May may honorable mention ka ba? May mga honorable mentions ka ba dyan?
Well, one of the honorable mentions definitely, because again, it's hard to just pick 5. We have Mitzi Panangin from FEU.
Okay, got it.
I would say she has been very, I would say, efficient and very aggressive in terms of net defense and been an option also in attacking. And it's very difficult because it's not a lot of times that FE was a good first touch in the first ball. But Obaldo has been doing great also in setting her up in terms of what plays to give her, and she just delivers every single time.
Ayel, I had a lot of fun and I learned a lot of things from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for staying all throughout. Napag-usapan natin si PBL and UAP, which will be happening over the weekend. And that's it for tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Zihir Basho.
Catch us weeknights here on One News, One Sports, and One Sports Plus. The name is Mike Reyes. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Peace and love. And this has been The Game.